Sure that if that's going to be the case, we're going to be out here. They made sure. Now, we still don't know what's going to happen. After what happened to Gavin McInnes a couple of days ago, they might have gotten scared. Something might have changed, but we don't know.
All right, so we are here down in Modesto for the Straight White Pride. Daryle Lamont Jenkins, who is a very famous Antifa activist, is here. You flew in for this.
Yes, I came out here from Jersey because I know this seems to be an annual thing, and it's kind of right now. It's kind of diminished. I mean, we just started, so we don't know what's going to go down in the next couple.
We don't. So I mean, you tangled with a lot of these Proud Boys. I know you were at Charlottesville.
Yeah.
I know you've been at American Renaissance.
Yeah, going to be there this November. Apparently, what is it? Steve King from Iowa is going to be speaking there this year. So a lot of people are just saying, yo, we got to come out and just oppose this thing whenever we can.
So now your motivation, I think, today is probably to check out some of the Proud Boys that are here. There's Cap City, Sacramento, Bay Area, Hangtown. Like, there's a lot of Proud Boys here. I don't see any yet here today.
Yet,
do you think?
We don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I mean, like we said, it just started. There was a false flag saying that there was some around somewhere. I mean, but we're gonna see what happens over the next couple of hours.
Okay.
Right now, my biggest concern, as it stands, is making sure my car doesn't get towed from the parking lot.
Right. What do you think? What do you think of this Modesto law that they have against wearing helmets, masks, and protective gear? It seems very unconstitutional to me, and they're enforcing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically trying to. I don't know who's trying to stifle, either us or them or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, Modesto's going to do what Modesto's going to do when it comes to this kind of thing. I mean, it's nothing different than anywhere else. The one thing that I have a concern about is when they pulled this crap in Newnan, Georgia, when the NSM marched out there, they went after everybody that was wearing a mask. It was a law, just arrest everybody. And they just mass arrested a whole bunch or attacked a whole bunch of people. So my biggest concern is that they'll use it as an excuse.
Right.
And that's something that we can't tolerate. If it does come out like that, we got to be able to investigate and check and make sure that the law is just and applied properly.
All right, we'll see what happens today. Thanks, Daryle.
Okay, take care. After we chased them out of Charlottesville, and the whole thing is now they have a safe space. They have a safe space, and it's going to be too safe for the rest of us. It is too safe for the rest of us. How do we know that? Back in 2017, the organizers of the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville met there and organized networks with folks. 2 weeks later, we had Charlottesville. So now, last year, there's only but very scant opposition to this, and we need to change that. We did pull people out in November 2017. That scared the living daylights out of the Tennessee, state of Tennessee government, because then we started getting protest bids. We're not allowed inside the building, which was not the case beforehand because it's a public place. But they also are kicking out people who are paying taxes to go to the park. It's getting worse and worse. Now we have folks, last year there was probably about 20 of us, COVID of course, but there was 3 of them that came out to try to interview me and try to interview others. One of them got arrested in Idaho. No, Rundo I think was there, one of the 3, but no, Graham Whitson. Graham Whitson was a cameraman.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, and Patriot Front pretty much had to run to the place, apparently. Right. We found that out through some of the leaked footage. And that's not going to, I don't think anything's going to change this year either, because things that have changed over the past couple of years. Other white supremacist groups have felt comfortable to hold conferences in Tennessee, in the state parks, in particular that one. They're starting to bring in women to speak, which they never do. Michelle Malkin, a dark-skinned woman, though, that's a Filipino.
Yeah.
Who, I don't know, who I guess is Mrs. Clayton Bixby for all I know.
She's Groiper mommy.
Yeah, she's the world's.
She's definitely racist, even though she's a woman of.
Oh no! She's the world's darkest white supremacist. That's just. We've been calling her that for years, and she plays it up so damn well. And now we're gonna have Now this year we're going to have, as I said, Steve King speaking, former Representative Steve King, who always tried to play it coy when he was in Congress, but now he's letting his freak flag fly. And Laura Loomer's going to be speaking. And Laura Loomer, I'm glad we're not saying she's going to be Congressperson-elect, but she's still going to be speaking. And in addition, I'll add one more person. There's a guy from Estonia named Ruben Kalla.
Oh, yeah.
And he was supposed to speak last year, but he did it via satellite. He might be coming into the country to speak at this thing. He should not be allowed. So, in a nutshell, we're all saying enough's enough. People are saying, look, they organize things that have gotten people killed at this thing. It's time for that to stop. It's time for everybody outside of Tennessee. Tennessee needs help. Tennessee's been screaming for help for years. And now they really want your help. So November 18th to 20th at Montgomery Bell Park Inn, the Montgomery Bell State Park in Burns, Tennessee. If you need help, just hit me up at idavox.com, hit me up at onepeoplesproject.com, and I'll direct you to the right people. And that's it.